Hi, this is Dr. Magdalena, life coach, mentor, international speaker, scientific author, and your friend. In the previous video, I was talking to you about the power of now. And here I'm going to present to you 7 ideas to support you to easily and effortlessly harness more of this power and build it into your life. But before we go any further, let us establish 3 very important things. Number 1, living in the now, being in the present moment, it's not a destination. It's a journey. It's about the practice of keep waking ourselves up to the present moment. And as long as we do that, we are well on our way. Number two, it's good news. In order to build more presence in your life, to take more advantage of the now, you don't need to travel anywhere, buy anything, read any book. Everything you need is already within you right now. Number three is the magic ingredient. Without it, you should not even attempt it. Can you guess what it is? Maybe some of you already did. It's about kindness. Be kind with yourself. This is not a race, it's not a competition. As long as you build even 1 minute of full presence, of being in the moment, in the day, you will see automatic results in how much more fulfilling your life becomes. So start small, but be consistent, and you'll see the results. You'll be more joyous, you'll experience more fulfillment in your life. And now let's go to the 7 ideas to support you to have an even more fulfilling life. So what do we do when we start building a new habit, something that didn't become yet our second nature, in order to set ourselves up for success? So idea number 1, it's about, why not setting ourselves a reminder? So idea number 1, a reminder. And this could be a post-it note, somewhere like on our desk or somewhere in our close vicinity where we could easily see it, or maybe a lucky object or something that is dear to us, maybe a stone. I love stones, maybe you also do. Or maybe like a funny friend. And the moment you see those things, you remind like, oh, wherever you are at that moment, wherever worries or troubles are on your mind, you just arrive back into the room. And when you turn your attention back to what you're doing, you will experience that tiny difference, a bit more sensitivity to what's happening. Maybe you see some tiny changes. Maybe you see something that you didn't really see so sharp before. So it will really improve the way you go back to a fresh look upon whatever you're working on. Idea number 2. This is related to something that you do even in your sleep. So it's something that you're master at it. And this is about breathing. So using your breath in order to arrive back in the present moment. And I would advise you, like during the day, it doesn't matter when, just try to do it when you remember, like 3 to 5 full deep breath, but not in the higher chest. You know, sometimes we tend to take this deep breath and our shoulders tend to overtake our ears, like this contest. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking the full deep breath in your belly. They are also called abdominal breathing when you use your diaphragm. And if you breathe in for count to 4 and then hold it for 4, breathe out for 4 and repeat 3 to 5 times, you will see that you build a certain calm, a certain awareness within you. And then when you go back to your activity, you have that fresh look of things. And sometimes this is what makes the whole difference. Number 3, maybe you heard about the saying, trade expectations for appreciation. Build more appreciation in your life. Not because of our culture or conditioning or social environment. We're all very good at criticizing. You don't need to have a degree to criticize, to say what it got wrong. And sometimes even the constructive criticism, when nobody says what went well, it still creates that feeling like, oh, we were not really up to scratch. It didn't really work out, so we have to improve in order to hit any marks. So I will invite you from now on, just doesn't matter what happens in your life, if it's something very good to something really tremendously bad, just try to, first thing you have, just ask yourself, what do I appreciate about what is happening, what this moment means, what this moment is right now. And you'll see that in time, your mind will start changing the way it works and will become second nature to see the good not to make everything possible, but to also see better the good things in whatever happens to you. And it's about being that sensitivity, building that awareness that you're able to pick on the small puzzle pieces that life offers you and turn them in your advantage. So building the appreciation in your life, it's a really big thing. Number 4. So idea number 4. I would say in order to be more present, to take more advantage of the present moment, it will be ideal to spend more time in nature. Maybe one time a day to be in a park or somewhere around plants and nature in general. But we all know that maybe we are too busy and we can't manage to do this. And maybe we only experience an office plant, and maybe that plant is a plastic plant. Well, it's not a problem. As long as you, when you remind yourself, when you see a reminder, or when you remind yourself during the day that maybe you could get back to being present, just observe any object. It could be a plant, it could be like a stone on your desk, like a plastic object, like even the case of your iPhone or of your phone. Just observe that object in the tiniest of the details. The moment when you look at the tiniest of the details, your mind gets somehow focused on the present moment. And then when you go back to whatever you're doing, you will see that you look at things with a fresh look again. Number 5. Number 5, it's about being present when we are eating and drinking. I'm sure it happened to you as it happened to me when I was in the corporate job. Sometimes I was looking forward for lunch, and because there were so many things going on in my mind while I was having lunch, I was just seeing the full plate before my lunch, and at some point while eating, I wanted to eat more, and then I saw the plate is empty. So I couldn't sometimes experience the fact that I ate. I was so much in my head. And sometimes what do we do when we have that? I say like, oh, let's go for dessert, because we want to feel that pleasure of eating, because eating gives us pleasure. It doesn't matter if it's very healthy eating or if it's something that doesn't serve us. It always should give us pleasure. And what I invite you, it's be present when you eat or drink. So when you have your lunch, breakfast, or snack, just try in that moment to fully experience the taste, the texture, how it feels for you, see how satisfying it is for you. Just try to experience with all your senses. And when you're drinking the same, it doesn't matter if it's just a glass of water now and then, and I fully advise you to drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day. So when you drink it, just feel the temperature of the water reaching your lips, and just feel how it quenches your thirst, and feel that satisfying feeling that you did something for yourself, you nourished yourself, you did something for your health, for your well-being. And when you are present with these activities, you will see that when you go back to your life, and your life in general will become more full, more enriched, more fulfilling. And let's go to number 6. Number 6 has to do with being conscious and being present when we start something, a task, when we complete it, and also at the end of the task when we finish it, to receive that completion. Many times we have this infinite list of things to do during the day, and we rush from one to the next one, sometimes doing 2 or 3 in parallel, but we do not take a moment to mark the beginning of the task and to mark the time we finish the task. And after we finish the task, to take one breath, just one breath. I think we all have time for one breath in, one breath out, to receive the fact that we completed the task. And I challenge you, if you have like several tasks on your list and you don't even think about them, at the end of the day, you will remember how much you've worked, how much you've progressed, and all the time you receive that completion will make you feel fulfilled, will make you feel like you make a step forward towards your development, towards being a better person, maybe towards being a better parent. So it's something to do, just be aware, the start, the finish, and receive the completion. And number 7, in order to be present, it's being a little bit back to childhood. Because you experience kids, when they play, they are fully in the moment. I was experiencing my nephew and niece the other day, and when they are playing, they are fully absorbed. They are in the moment. At that moment, the toys are alive. The trucks or the flights or even the dragons, they exist. They have name, they move, they can scratch you, they can make noises. They really exist. They bring those toys to life. So I think we should learn from the children and see this play. It's a little bit like a mindful awareness of being in the moment. And I will invite you, how could we do this? How could we build that in our adults' life? Here I would invite you to really take a little bit of time and remember something that you really love doing. Have a hobby, something where you feel like when you do that, you completely disappear in that activity. For me particularly, it's sports, because I have many other hobbies, but apart from the hobbies, I think a physical activity, sports, adds another dimension for our life. Because when you do those exercises, when your body is moving and you have that tingling in your muscles, you feel so infinitely more alive. And then when you go back to your life, you have even more energy, you have more ideas, because while your logical mind is busy with taking care about the movement or taking care about the choreography, or if you're a climber, taking care where you put your feet and not to miss any holds and how can you hold better to keep your balance, while your logical mind is taking care of that, your subconscious mind has time to work out all the things, come with new ideas, work out ideas, have this incubation time, which is very essential, which is essential when you try to improve, when you try to assimilate knowledge, when you try to be creative, to come with new ideas. So these are the 7 ideas for you in order to be more present. And I will repeat them for you. So number 1, it's about having a reminder. Number 2, using your breath to arrive back in the present moment. Number 3, cultivate a state of appreciation. Number 4, what is number 4 about? Observe something in detail, or spend more time in nature, where you can really observe plants, animals, something in the tiniest of the details. Number 5, when you eat or drink, be present with that. Enjoy it to the full. See if it tastes good. Because otherwise we tend to eat, we tend not to have this pleasure that eating and drinking gives to us. Number 6 is about pointing out very well the activities we do during the day by being aware when we start, when we finish, and to receive the fact that we've completed it. And number 7, start cultivating a hobby. Spend some time during the day when you disappear in an activity. And if you can do sports, this is even better. So thank you for today. I'm really grateful that I can share this with you, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye for now.